Greetings from Teknopat.net. Teknopat.net'ten herkese merhabalar. Bugün sizlerle ve Wargaming Grand Finals 2016'dayız. Greetings.
Hello everyone.
Can you please present yourself to our viewers shortly?
Sure. My name is Maxim Chuvalov and I'm product manager for marketing of World of Tanks.
Thank you for having us here today in the Grand Finals. It's a very excited environment. It's a great environment. The finals are played right now down there. But the questions I want to ask you about are mostly about the game engine, and the game's evolving. The World of Tanks began a long time ago, and it has evolved rapidly. Where did the game start in the game's feeling, mechanics, and where it is going?
So we started long ago, but comparatively long. In 2010 we released in CIS, and we saw that the game is just booming. We understood that we need to go abroad. And within 2.5 years from the initial release, we became operating in Europe, in North America, in Asia, in China, so completely all over the world. And right now we have more than 150 million players registered in World of Tanks who are playing on main platforms as PC, mobile and console.
2 years ago I remember it 80 millions, and I was thinking, wow, that's big. And the most of the players were very contributing towards the development of the game. Even if it's a free-to-play game, they like buying things to support the game's development, and as I understand it, they are very demanding in the game engine, in the game mechanics and the game's feeling. It's a real simulation, as our readers, as our viewers know. But there are changes, there are new patches, especially in the tournament. Is it hard to balance a game with this broad gamer band?
Definitely, it's really hard. When we began, there were like less than 100 tanks. There were only 2 nations, several maps, and the community wasn't so big. Right now, hundreds, dozens of millions of players around the world. We have more than 450 vehicles in the game of 8 nations, more than 40 maps, and you can just imagine how hard could it be to balance all this stuff to satisfy the demands of most of the players we have. And yes, they are very demanding, they are very active on the forums and on other channels that we provide. And we try to listen. I can explain you how it goes. Through the years, we released more than 60 updates. It's constantly evolving. It's not like a box title which you could sell and start developing something new. It's a consistent world. Through these years, almost 6 years, World of Tanks is live 24/7. It's a huge responsibility. We never stop our servers only for some updates or patches or something like that.
Because there is no World of Tanks 2. There is only World of Tanks.
Yes, there's the same game, but if you just see it in 2010 and right now and compare it, completely different games.
Yes, I remember the graphics from that day. I remember my friends playing. There is something called World of Tanks, and it's incredible, they were calling. It's very hard at the beginning, but you get used to it and you love it, they were saying. I tried it at that time and liked it very much, and then we received you in Turkey a few years back. So it feels like an entirely new game. What do you see in the future of World of Tanks? Is it going to get more realistic? Is it going to get more balanced in mechanics, or is there any entire graphic update coming along?
So at the beginning, when we just released World of Tanks, we understood that first off, we need lots of content. We need lots of new tanks, new nations, new maps, because we wanted our players not to get bored. And we put much efforts into this, into development and introducing new nations. Also, there is regional customization, because we introduced, for example, Japanese nation, Chinese nation. When we were entering these markets, we knew that we need to provide something to appeal to the audience. But as a game, as a product for many years, very long one, there is a challenge of being graphically on the top.
Yes,
and we constantly introduced it and improved our engine because it's quite old right now, the big world engine. We were picking this engine because it has very good server architect, and client side wasn't really good for 100% for our game. That's why we purchased the studio who developed this engine and contributed lots of efforts to change for our needs.
Stuff has grown bigger, right? Development stuff.
Oh, lots.
How
bigger.
do you manage that many people? Development, patchers, getting feedback from the players. It's about scaling and organization, entire structure.
So when I joined, there were like 60 people in Wargaming, a bit more than 60 people, and in 2-3 years we just changed into a corporation of 4,000 people. Right now we are over 4,000 people.
When you are small,
it's really challenging.
When you are small, you can just go and talk to your friends. Let's change this.
We were on the same floor in one building, and right now there are 16 offices around the globe with hundreds of people working in each. And yes, there are challenges. Why we were expanding so aggressively is because we wanted to be in the field. We wanted to have local crews which were like publishing offices with community guys, community managers, offline events, esports guys, technical support staff who will solve all the problems in field, who will know what the players there need, who will get the idea, gather the feedback and introduce it to development team. Hey guys, we need this feature, we need these tanks, because there are lots of people who demand it. It's a big challenge structurally. It's really difficult, like financial, administrative, logistics, organization, like the backbone of the company, to create it, to make all the processes working efficiently, not to create a bureaucracy and to make all the company work for example, administrative department. No, it's just support service. It's a backbone helping us providing best titles, legendary titles, make our players happy.
Luckily, as we see it, you are a player, and even the company CEO is a player. The old 60 people and the continuing staff seems to be, they know the game. When we celebrated the 2 years ago Grand Finals, they were both celebrating and arguing about the mechanics, how much armor piercing that round is, and other things. That's the fun part, I believe.
Yes, it's very challenging and fun and interesting because we are players ourselves. All the development team, they like the game. The players, they are very big fans of the games. But here, when you have such big community, such difficult things in balance, it's very hard to make everyone happy. And recently, in the late 2015, we just understood that okay, we introduced lots of content, we introduced lots of features like clan wars, esports, and everything like that. We grew this title bigger and bigger and bigger. We updated graphics, etc. But we need to get back to the roots because our community, they just cried out loud. If you follow the game, it was this Rubicon stuff, big update that we were willing to introduce, but it wasn't that players wanted, and they were just crying on the forums, on the YouTube channel, social networks. Guys, please listen to us.
Is there a cohesive vision of what players want?
If you see this list, it's just enormous. But we understood that, okay, the game changed from where it originated. Right now, it's global appeal. It has many hundreds of vehicles, different nations, different...
I love new tanks. There are higher tires, and I enjoy bigger tanks. It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple, but the balance becomes more difficult and more difficult.
Tanks and
some
managing
classes,
light tanks.
yes, some classes are getting lost in there, like light tanks or artillery, and our first approach was, okay, players want us to fix matchmaking, like let's take matchmaking and fix it somehow, but no, it's not how it works.
Because
it's entire core gameplay, which is like balancing of the vehicles, matchmaking, classes, different nations, different crew skills, equipment, maps. Everything depends on that.
Will it be segmented, for example, light tanks matches, heavy tank matches, or something like that?
It's complete. Right now, we got back to the roots. We completely revised our thinking about players, about their happiness, about their participation in the development process. We reincarnated our in development section on the portal where everybody can understand what is currently in works. We reincarnated our development diaries where we try to deliver the information, what are we working on right now, and see the feedback and ask, hey guys, here's different prototypes of the same thing. Please feedback, please try.
Expectation is very important.
Yes.
As a gamer, when I see they are doing something, I expect that.
Yes.
And when you publish it in the blog, when you share it, people see it and people start to expect it. So it gets better. When, unlike a surprise update, when you expect it, you get used to it.
And you can give your feedback, your feelings, and afterwards, after just announcing, we're putting it into a special test realm where people can try it. Actually, we can get statistics from there, actual statistics and numbers, and people can get their feedback to us. And we understood that the crucial thing is to listen carefully, to make all the digests of every answer on the forum and everything like that. That we have a huge power of opinion leaders. For example, in CIS we have several bloggers, like top 5 bloggers, who get more than 6 million subscribers. It's a huge amount, and they speak the same language with their audience.
Elected parliament members.
Yes, and we invited them into office and say, guys, you know what you read through your comments, you know what your audience needs, you know you're professionals in our games, so you can communicate with us.
In Turkey we do the same thing, both in gaming and hardware and everywhere. They put a lot of comments. They always tell what they're expecting. We analyze that. We see if sometimes all age groups don't talk equally. Sometimes smaller age groups talk more, but older age groups talk less. But equalizing their voices are important too.
Yes, very important. That's why we just invited several times, organized several meetings with development team of our opinion leaders. We invited players like clan leaders, esports professionals to contribute because they can, they have expertise. And we just were a bit deaf or blind not to see this and pay lots of attention because we were focused on our vision. But right now we understand completely that we need to invite and to gather all this feedback and use them into development.
When did the change began, and where are you in this change? Have you completed this transition, or it's an ongoing process?
It's right now in the main focus. It's ongoing process. It began in the end of the last year, like November, something like that. When we had this Rubicon update, people cried out, we cancelled it. We cancelled it, we completely resynced it. We
personally, I like big updates.
We made some changes in the development structure team. We made processes that we need to gather the feedback and put it to tests so all the community can try. And we try to educate community. Okay, don't just whine. Be constructive. Okay, you play, you know the reason why you don't like something.
The internet. Sometimes just people like whining more.
But we are trying to evangelize it. We are trying to educate players because it's a big power, and players are our lone investor of our company. We are a private company, and those are the guys who can make these decisions.
The entire gaming industry has changed. Now the players are shareholders and they push the companies in a way, and the companies are more player-oriented.
We're trying to make it happen, not just say that. So our current plans for the next update, first we tried it with the last update 9.14, where we had like 3 common tests, iterations, when we delivered new physics and new sound engine. It's big platforms which touch 100% of our players.
I love new sounds. They are authentic.
Yes, and it's completely 100% of the people, they touch these systems. Because if you just add new nation, somebody plays, somebody doesn't. But here, 100% involved. So we ask people, please go in there, try it out, give your feedback. And we will just, okay, the first iteration completed. Here's the feedback. Okay, we need these fixes, this, and this. And then next iteration. Okay, do you like it better? Yes. Okay, we did the right thing. So and right now, moving to the next updates, we completely devoted to this process type of thing.
We are very excited to see the next update, the new features, where the game is going to be in the next year when we repeat this interview, I hope, in the next coming years along. And in this wargaming event, the grand finals, we are seeing many creative strategies with many interesting maps and teams from different nations. We see China, we see Brazil, we see North America, we see very known teams, unknown teams to me.
And new ones.
And new ones. It's very exciting environment, and the tournament feedback is great also. The people, the energy is great. So I thank you for answering these questions. We will be asking more questions for you, for our readers, in the coming updates, and we will push your comments, we will take your comments and give them to the Wargaming.net also. So please feel free to ask questions in the video commentary. Thank you for answering our questions. We wish you a great finals, and thank you.
Thank you for interesting questions.
Thank you.